Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I do want to apologize for not uploading as I should. I've been kind of busy for the past couple of weeks, so I will work on that. Definitely want to, going into the new year, I want to be more consistent with that. So hopefully I can, when everything slows down, I can kind of get into a groove and post more often. But I am here today because something happened to me today. And you might, before I tell you this story, you might think that it's not that big of a deal. But I am the type of person, I appreciate the little things. Those things probably mean the most to me than the big grand gestures, even though I do like those as well. But I think the little ones says a lot. It leaves a bigger impact. And so what I want to come to you today and talk about was, I was working earlier, and normally I talk to everybody in the store because I shop for people, so that's like something I do part-time. But I was shopping for people, and this guy, he's an older gentleman, and he's a vendor. So he sets up like the chips and the sodas and this and that. And before, like, we recently just started conversing, and I've been working at that store for quite a while now, and I will always see him, and we wouldn't have a long conversation. The only thing I would probably do is like ask him if an item was around or something, because he literally knows where everything is, and I pretty much know what stuff is, but it'll be like those little things that I don't see that often. And I would ask him, and he would like assist me, and he do that for anybody. He do that for the customer, he do that for anybody who works there. So that's pretty much the only type of conversation that we will have, is me asking him, hey, can you help me with this item, or do you know where it's located? And he will tell me what aisle. But I want to say, I don't even know, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks maybe, we have been conversing, just casually conversing. Like, he would talk about his team because he's the Cowboys and I'm Redskins, and if I wear my Redskins gear, or I'll talk about the game, or he'll talk about what else he be doing, like vendoring, or he'll talk about my job and all the stuff it entails and stuff like that. So maybe, like I said, 3-4 weeks, we've been really like conversing more than just the casual, hey, can you assist me with this item, or anything like that. And so, I didn't think nothing of it. I just, I try to talk to everybody. If you give me good energy, I'll talk to you, and then I'll go about my way and keep doing my job. So I said all this to say, we haven't been talking that long. And again, today I asked him for help to help me find a particular item. And at first he was joking. He was like, oh, we don't got that. So I'm like, for real? So I was just going to kind of like, X that off the list or whatever and keep on going. But he was like, no, we got it. So he ended up showing me. And then he dropped a bag in my cart. And he was like, here, this is for you. Merry Christmas. And I didn't open up the bag or anything like that. But I seen, like, on the outside through the bag, it said 25. And I felt it, and I'm like, this seemed like it might be a gift card or something. But, I ain't want to be all extra. So I'm like, what is this? Shocked and appalled. Which I was, but I didn't want to make a big old scene, especially because other people was around. So he's like, here, this for you. And I'm like, really? And then, like I said, I could see the 25 in the bag. So I kind of pretty much knew what it was. It's a $25 gift card. And I was like, for real? Because again, he's like a jokester. So I didn't take him serious. I'm like, what? Did you just pick this up off the floor or something and just like put it in my cart? Want me to put it in my cart? But he was like, no, that's for you. And I'm like, for real? And he said, yeah, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like cheesing and happy. Like I'm a little kid in the candy shop. And I'm like, this probably the only Christmas gift that I get. And he was like, no, not you. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, because at the end of the day, I'm not looking, I'm not expecting nothing from nobody. So I never go into holidays, looking for nothing. If anything, I'm giving. But yeah, so he just dropped it casually in my cart, and he was just like, that's for you, Merry Christmas. And I'm just like, what? Like, you did not have to do this. And I'm like, I kept saying like, thank you, I appreciate it, and he was just like, oh, it's okay. You're like, you're welcome. Like, so nonchalant, casual, whatever. And I'm just like, wow. And I walked away, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like blown away, because I'm like, for one, I haven't even, when you know somebody, it's a little bit different, but I haven't even been talking to you like that. And the only time I talk to you is when we at the store, so it ain't like, like that. So, and then you older than me, so no. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I didn't expect him to do that. And when I walked away, I was just like, wow, like, thank you, God. Like, somebody saw fit to bless me. God put somebody on God put me on somebody else's mind to bless me. And you go about life, and you living, and you doing things, and sometimes you don't feel appreciated. And sometimes it takes for a person to either say it or show it in a way for you to really feel like, feel seen, feel valued, feel appreciated. And that is something that he did for me today, because I like to think that I'm appreciated and I'm valued and all that stuff, but it hit different when somebody actually shows it, or when somebody actually says it, especially somebody who's not like a family member. It's easy for a family member, like my mom and my dad, we say I love you all the time. And though that is something that I think everybody should practice, because you want your family member to know that they are loved. You want them, give them their roses, give them their flowers while they're here. Let them know like you love them, let them know that you appreciate them. But like for it to be a stranger, that's like a whole different level of appreciation. So I literally like wanted to go in the bathroom and cry, because I'm so sensitive. But I was just like trying to hold back tears, because I'm like, wow, like he did not have to do this. I wasn't expecting this, or anything like that. And so like I said, for God to put me on the mind of somebody to just want to bless me, I was just like, thank you, Jesus. Because I definitely can use this right about now. So it came at the perfect timing. It was no expectations. So it makes me more grateful, and showing gratitude towards this gentleman who done this, who didn't have to do this. So I just wanted to share that story, just to say, if it's somebody in your life, or even like a stranger, somebody you just casually talk to on a day-to-day basis, say something to them, or show them that they are appreciated in some type of way. And you don't necessarily have to give them nothing. I mean, if you want to, you can. But even for me, like me going out my way and helping people, or showing them, locating items, because like I said, I pretty much know the store like the back of my hand as well. So sometimes I'll stop what I'm doing just to help somebody else, or I'll stop what I'm doing just to chit chat with somebody for a little bit, just to talk about what they going through, what their day is. And naturally people come up to me anyway, and they want to talk, because I guess I give off that that calmness, that stillness, that easygoingness or whatever. But I just pray every day, like, that I'm living a purpose driven life. No matter what I do, I want somebody to feel seen. I want somebody to feel love. I want somebody to feel heard. I want somebody to feel valued, somebody to feel appreciated. I don't discriminate to anybody. I try to talk to everybody. I'm an equal opportunity type of person, so I try to talk to everybody. I don't single nobody out because of disability, because of your color, your skin, none of that. I try to, like, talk to everybody and just give off good energy. I think it's so important, especially right now where everything is happening. It's so much. You got the COVID situation, you got racial injustice, you got people losing their jobs, people losing their minds. So for you to be able to show love and show gratitude and show respect and let somebody know that they value, they're appreciated, they're seen, I think is so important now, right now, to express that to them or to show them in some type of way that, that's how you feel about them or feel towards them. So hopefully this story empowers you to do the same thing, to bless someone, like I said, big or small. It's not always about what you give, but sometimes it's just being there, being a listening ear. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that story because, for one, I was shook, and for two, it was something that needed to be told. And though some people might say, oh, it's just $25, but it's not about the money. It's about somebody saw fit to bless me when they didn't have to. And so that's the part that I want to drive home, that somebody seen me, and because I conversed with them, and because I spoke with them, and because I seen them, and because I spent time with them, they wanted to reciprocate that by blessing me. So thank you guys for listening. Please drop a comment and basically just show how you have or are, if you are going to do the same thing for somebody else before this year is up, because we did, like I said, we definitely need it, especially as a time like this. So thank you guys for listening. Please drop a comment, please like, and definitely subscribe to your girl. Okay, all right, until next time. Peace.